Hello everybody and welcome back to the West Ham Network. This is your Hammers headlines for today. It's going to be short and sweet because, as you can see, I'm not in familiar surroundings, but we have to bring you some of the news that's coming from today. This, of course, is an association with our good friends over at Knees Up Motherbound, kumb.com. So get across there, check them out as much as you possibly can and give them a much amount of support that we all need as West Ham fans. But I'm going to get started on today's show. And this guy here, Ben Johnson heading out. Now, the club have offered him a contract. We have heard that from David Moyes, and he has not been happy with the terms. I reckon what it looks like is that we are going to go back and potentially offer him a contract, but we already know that it's not going to be what he is looking for. Now, several reports close to West Ham are suggesting that West Ham are now looking at saying goodbye to Ben Johnson and to Connor Coventry in January to try and earn as much funds as they can for the market, considering they're not going to sign contracts and therefore not losing them for free when their contracts do run out. So he has been offered a deal, but he's unhappy with the terms, and as a result will be available for a transfer heading out of the door. Now, he has been a long-standing linked player to Everton, so it'll be interesting to see where he does end up, but also depending on what business West Ham do in the market. For me, I've never been against him, essentially. I think a lot of fans have. Again, another player I feel like has gone, been kind of an easy fall guy, but he's had to cover so many different positions at West Ham that I think he has taken a bit of a dip of form because he's had to play all through out different positions as well. So it will be interesting to see how this one pans out moving forward for West Ham. So put your comments in and let me know your thoughts on that situation. Now, I did speak to you yesterday about Tommy Soucek potentially either signing the contract or not. Nobody knows because the club official sources haven't actually said that he has officially signed a contract. But you will see from the title of this show, Scott McTominay available for £60 million. Now, if he has not agreed a deal with West Ham, Tommy Soucek, then I could see this potential deal happening here right now. Scott McTominay being available for around about £60 million. Now, he is a David Moyes guy. David Moyes definitely wants him. And people may say to me, where does he fit into the system? Where does he fit into the team? I think it's clear to see where he fits into the team and how vital he has been to not just Manchester United in recent weeks, but into Scotland in recent weeks, which has brought his value a lot higher. But it looks like West Ham are willing to potentially stick their neck out to try and bring him in, whether that's in January or the summer. This is definitely one to watch moving forward. £60 million is a lot of money, though. That's the other downside. But equally, though, we haven't been stung too much in terms of when David Moyes, in the recent times, when David Moyes and Tim Steidten have got together and actually looking at specific players that they want to bring in. And they battled for it. Look how James Ward-Prowse has worked out so far. Now, if Soucek was to head out the door, Ben Johnson was to head out the door, Connor Coventry would head out the door, and with the little money that we've got available, I wonder if we could recruit some money towards a deal for Scott McTominay. I don't know. It's interesting, but there is chat about £60 million being the kind of magic number to get that deal over the line. It seems a lot for an area that we don't necessarily need, but could he add value? I think he would. Would he mix right with the right team? I think he would as well. So we'll just have to wait and see how this one transpires moving forward for West Ham in there. So there you go. Potentially Scott McTominay coming in the door. We're talking about not having much of a transfer budget in terms of the January transfer window. But if Tommy Soucek is not officially signed on the dotted line and does head out the door and West Ham generates some income for him, same with Ben Johnson, Connor Coventry, then you're starting to work your way up towards bringing in some finances, add that to what you've got to bring in the certain players that you need. Anyway, there's a short and sweet one for you. If you're new around here, subscribe. like, comment, interested in becoming a channel member, hit on the membership. But apart from that, join us later on, and we'll see you soon. Take it easy. Come on, your hearts.